Salesforce as my career. So I will explain it more. I'm the community group leader of this Women in Tech group. And these are two amazing speakers which I'm speaking about. So you are seeing the slide, right? There is no problem.
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah, thank you. This is Kirtika Balakrishnan, as I have already said. So she and Harini Sundarajan will explain you clearly about Salesforce career path. So it will be very helpful to you for career guidance. And this is my agenda. I hope I will not bore you, anyone. So please stop me wherever you need some clarifications, or if I bored you, please stop me. And this is a simple agenda, the introduction about this meeting and why did we start Women in Tech group instead of starting admin group or developer group or something. Why are we focusing this Women in Tech group like that? And about Salesforce, I already said you all aware about the term Salesforce, but you don't know what actually is, which field it is using, and how I can grow in Salesforce. Okay, and career options in Salesforce and different roles in Salesforce. Okay, I got what is Salesforce. Then how can I learn the Salesforce? So that's the next one. And finally, we are going to share the success stories of one leading technical lead, and another one is QA specialist. These are my agendas. So this meeting will be about 1 hour. So please stay tuned. So again, I just want to elaborate something about me, how I started my career in Salesforce. So I have completed my computer science engineering in 2018, and I straightly joined in MST Solutions in Salesforce. So while I'm joining in this job, I don't know what is Salesforce. So I'm equally like your mindset. Okay, so after that only I came to know the importance of Salesforce and how it is vigorously growing like that, how it is helpful for revenue growth like that. So initially I started my career as a Salesforce developer and admin, and after that I switched my career to business system analyst based on my own area of interest. So I'm also a Salesforce community group leader, so you will slowly come to know what is a community group and all. So for now I just don't want to confuse you. And these are some of the common frequent asked questions by many of them, those who want to start a career in Salesforce. So quickly, I will go through one questions. So are you an aspiring student? For example, can college student after completing this degree, shall I start the Salesforce as my career? So many of them ask me this kind of questions. So I say is you can start your career in Salesforce. And how I shall cope up with the Salesforce, like that we shall see in the upcoming slides why you need to choose a Salesforce. So we will be discussing with that. And are you working professional looking for a career change in a career role? For example, you may be already working in some of the technologies like Java, .NET. So shall I switch my career to Salesforce in order to build up my resume, in order to build up resume profile like that? Yeah, sure, you can do it because since you're already having some work experience, you can easily learn the Salesforce. And are you women trying to get back to work after the career break? Of course, I really want to talk this and really want to highlight this because many women are facing the career break, like employment gaps, particularly in this corona situations also. Many of them are losing their job. So of course, Salesforce is the best one. Everyone has to face this kind of career gaps as a woman. So definitely it will be a great rise for your careers. You can learn Salesforce, you can do certifications, and obviously you can prove yourself in your career. Some of the questions like non-IT background and what's the basic qualifications. So many of them has joined in this meeting, like having the non-IT background, like a mechanical department, civil department, or BPOs, or the kind of HRs like that. So shall I start my career? Means you can start it once you're completing these certifications. And basic qualifications, any degree is enough that you have to learn Salesforce. So that kind of thing is enough. And why do you need to learn Salesforce than Java? So this will be the common questions because while I'm completing my degree, many students will be focusing on the Java, Python, that kind of things. But why have to select the Salesforce instead of selecting this kind of technologies? So it's a common question. I will say, for example, if you take 10 people or 10 candidates are attending an interview, so up to 9 or 8 people totally well stuffed with this Java, .NET, and etc. They will be very well stuffed practically too. But if you are well stuffed with the Salesforce, and if you completed the certifications, you will stand out of the crowd. Definitely, employer will hire you, employer would get surprised by you, and you can stand out of the crowd because it is a competitive world. So definitely you can build your profile and build your resume like that. And do I have to complete the certifications? This is not a mandatory one. So certifications is just like a doing examination, okay? So this is not a mandatory one. But if you complete the certifications, you can prove the employer because the employer is not your colleague or not your friend, okay? You can prove the employer that I am certified in the Salesforce and this certification is globally certified. You can show the certifications to any employers in the world, so it will not a waste of cost, a waste of time, a waste of money, okay? And any on-site opportunities, of course, we'll be having on-site opportunities. I'm not lying. I'm saying because this Salesforce is spread around the world. If you take the North America or Asia Pacific region and anything, you have opportunities in Salesforce because business peoples or migrate their own products to Salesforce. So there are a lot of opportunities you can get wherever you go. So I hope many of your questions are covered here. So hey, this is my group, like Women in Tech group. I said that I will be explaining the reason why I started this Women in Tech group. Women in technology is not just a headline, because this is not like a one word we can explain that we have to prove ourselves as women in technology. We should empower women, we should support women like that. But I would say, think the situations. There are 1,000 engineering graduates has completed a degree in computer science or IT department. Okay, so think that whether thousands of employees are joining the IT company or a technical job to start their career. No, because they are not at all confident with their own skills and they are feared to get into a technical jobs because it will include a lot of coding steps and there are a lot of difficulties within that. But in Salesforce, you can easily learn. It is learnable, it is self-learned, and I hope everyone can learn Salesforce. So you should not get fear to start your job as a techie if you take a Salesforce. Okay. And fourth point, I just want to highlight like there's a common thing: be brave, don't be perfect. Don't expect to be perfect because many of them are expecting to be perfect. For example, in this meeting, how many of you can bravely ask me a questions, any kind of questions, like any kind of clarifications? How many of you can stop me in that point? I expect many of them don't open their mouth because they all want to be perfect instead of brave. Okay, so just try to change ourselves. This is a common thing why I have to start this Women in Tech group because I want to support and guide all the women in the Salesforce field. Because many of them are facing a lot of issues in their career stabilizations. So I just want to guide everyone. So there is no gender partiality. So anyone can join in this Women in Tech group. So in this slide, cloud and CRM. So why I'm suddenly showing this cloud and CRM? You may think like that because it may be a difficult or some weird concept if you are a non-IT department. Okay, so why I'm showing this cloud and CRM logo means it will be connected to Salesforce concept. So let's see how it is connected. Okay, so first, if you take cloud computing, so cloud computing, you have studied a lot of definitions, a lot of descriptions, etc. But I can say simply in one sentence, which is about Salesforce, how Salesforce is interrelated with cloud computing. If you take C or C++ or Java, what will you do? You have to install that software in your laptop or desktop, and you have to upgrade it. You have to configure it, and you are responsible for that storage, and you are responsible for the security. You have to do a lot of things, but if you take the Salesforce, you don't need to worry about the software upgrades or any kind of hardware, storage, or security. Simply, you're going to open your browser and you have to log into Salesforce, like login into Facebook. Okay, so it is a cloud-based means you can use a Salesforce everywhere, wherever you need. That's a cloud concept, and CRM means customer relationship management. So simply, it can be explained in one sentence. Think that I'm running a company, okay? So I want to maintain a smooth relationship with the customer so that I have to maintain all the data in an integrated way. So it will help the customers it will cover the entire life cycle. If I am buying a product from your company, so you have to provide me a services also, right? Because if it is get repaired in future, I have to come to you and I have to deal with it services. You have to provide me services. So that kind of entire life cycle will be handled in the CRM. So cloud computing and CRM both connected to form the Salesforce. So Salesforce will be explained very, very deeply with my colleagues, but this is the world number one CRM. So now we cannot deeply say why that is the world's number one CRM when it has a lot of features. Trust me. And yeah, as I already said, there is no infrastructure to buy. You are not going to buy a Salesforce, okay, for learning purpose. Just you are going to log in it, and it provides the entire solutions, even it may be a marketing, sales, a service. Because if you are going to run a company, definitely you will be needing all the services. So every services will be provided by the Salesforce itself. And you got what is Salesforce, what is CRM, what is cloud. So you got it right. What is Salesforce simply? So, but many of them will be asking a question. I got what is Salesforce, but what's the real-time usage of Salesforce? So we can get definitions everywhere, but what's the real-time usage? We may have some kind of questions. For example, in the first use case, the staff of Obama. So Obama is American president. So he used to use the Salesforce in order to deal with the personalized email to the users and also to view the dashboard. What's the current stage of our nation and what shall we do next? It kind of predictions everything for America that can be done by using the Salesforce. So he is using. So this is a real-time usage of Salesforce. And second one is for dealing with the college applications, storing the student information, everything we can do in Salesforce. And a popular app called OLX is also one of the product of Salesforce. I don't want to go deeply, so I think you will be getting what is CRM, cloud, and what is Salesforce, and how it is used in the real-time scenario. So I just want to hand over this session to Kirtika Balakrishnan. So can you please go?
Thank you, Bhadarani. Good evening, everyone. It's very glad to see you all in this session. Myself, Kritika Balakrishnan, and I'm working as a technical lead in MST Solutions. To start my career, I have joined MST back in 2012, immediately after my post graduation in computer applications. I've started my career with MST as a junior web application developer. For almost 4 years, I had focused on various web application development, and over a period of time, I grew as a full stack open source developer. And surprisingly, I made this switch to Salesforce in 2018 out of my own interest. And overall, comprising both the open source and Salesforce, I have vast experience working for clients based on e-commerce and high-tech manufacturing industry. And I have a good exposure in gaining the subject matter of expertise in this particular vertical. And today I'm here to talk more about how I have navigated into this tech industry myself. Back in 2014, as a full stack developer, my role did provided me with enough innovation and challenges. So I have even attained accreditation in sales AWS as a business and technical professional at that time. But still, I was greatly inclined towards learning Salesforce, and it's quite natural also. So, because in my case, my company was focusing on both this open source and Salesforce since its inception. So, it was a natural choice for me to get inclined towards it. And I'm also very passionate about learning new things that I challenged myself at one point to upskill in Salesforce. So, and in the later part of 2017, was working in a project already. I started learning Salesforce, and I have to admit that it was a quite challenging path for me at that time because as I can do my learning in Salesforce only after I finish off my current responsibilities in project. In addition to that, so it was the time when I was back to work after my maternity and being a new mom, it was a quite difficult transition for me, but I still dared to do it. So, but the Salesforce Trailhead thing, so it made my journey more and more comfortable with its curated materials. So, with the help of Trailhead, I have started gaining this expertise based on my available time. So, it haven't So that is the key thing with this Trailhead feature. So with the help of this, I have completed two certifications on Platform App Builder, and the other one is Salesforce Administrator. And after completing this, I have started working on my first real-time Salesforce project from beginning 2018, and it is almost more than 2.5 years now. And currently, my role involves providing technical leadership for an offshore project that executes on Salesforce. So why to choose Salesforce as a career option as there are a number of other technologies out there? So this must be a question for some of you in case if you are new to Salesforce. So there are two major reasons for this. One is its huge customer base. A through Salesforce skill is extremely promising as the the number one CRM in the world right now. Many companies are adapting it as it makes their life easier. And you know what? As more companies are adapting it, there will always be huge demands for Salesforce experts. So that is the reality, right? So when there is a huge demand for a particular software's usage, there is the natural there will be a more demand for the relevant experted professionals. So that is what happening with Salesforce too. And if you wonder why they all choose Salesforce here, there are two reasons for that to make as their CRM choice for all these companies. Reason is cloud computing. So Bhavani has already explained this, but if you already have an IT background, you will know this for sure. So for any kind of application development, the crucial part will be its infrastructure and maintenance. But when it comes to cloud, you don't have to concern yourself with the underlying infrastructure you are building on. So this makes a Salesforce a natural choice for most of the companies out there, especially in US and all other companies out there, countries out there. And the yet another feature that makes Salesforce as the company's number one choice is its releases. Salesforce updates and rolls out innovative future features 3 times in a year. What I mean by saying this is it upgrades its feature to meet the recent trends, ensuring that it is always at the forefront of new advances. So, whether it's artificial intelligence, blockchain, or serverless computing, Salesforce professionals are never at the back of the line. So, when it comes to a cutting edge technology. And getting back to the point of having Salesforce as a career option, the other reason is learning Salesforce is absolutely free. So Salesforce is renowned for having one of the most comprehensive training offering in tech, and it's free. Trailhead is nothing but an online platform through which you can upskill your career or skill at any time at your own place. So you really don't have to tie yourself with any other platform or software need. So even on your mobile, you'll be able to start your learning curve in Salesforce. So you will be able to connect to a vast of community of their fellow learners for advice and support, which means so Salesforce has its own community, and all of these developers, whoever learns Salesforce and works for Salesforce products, they'll be part of those communities. So as and when you start your learning, if you feel that you have got stuck at any point, you will still have the community support out there to reach to millions of professionals and get your questions clarified. So that is yet another interesting part in Salesforce. So where to start? So when I say all these, it means there are a lot of good jobs, the good pay and benefits, right? Well, that is the case. Majority of the people would be already learning Salesforce. So how can you beat the crowd and land those jobs? The easiest way is to have the experience and the certifications in your bag. And this basically gives you the credibility to knowledge and gives more power to your resume. So whether you are coming to Salesforce completely new or you want to learn new skills and advance in your career, this Trailhead offers dedicated learning path for every experience level, every product and every job role. So don't wait for anything. You can go ahead and sign up for this free Salesforce online learning platform. Salesforce offers developer orgs. So, what are these developer orgs? These are nothing but environment that is dedicatedly provided for the developer who wants to learn Salesforce and try out their learning experience there. So, this is another feature they offer for free. And a Trailblazer community for mentorship. So, by creating this Trailhead, Salesforce has committed to help the community and grow alongside it. That is the mentorship program, so through which you can connect to a millions of professionals. So as you sign up for this Trailhead, you will be soon taken into this mentorship program through which you can sign up for a mentorship and a mentor will be assigned to you, and you will start getting an interaction from them and they'll be guiding you throughout your learning curve till you and you get a job. So that guidance is also offered for free. You don't have to pay for any of these. And in this Trailhead, so users can receive points, collect badges, and if they want to boost their resumes, they can earn official certifications. And these certifications are highly valued by the employers and can definitely increase the chance for you to land in a job. And this Trailhead profile is a very cool thing that it has the ability to be publicly available that makes it for you to easily share it with your employers to showcase your skill and exposure in Salesforce. So as an complete your learnings, so it will start adding badges and more credibility to your profile that it will be easy for you to showcase it to your employers. So that is yet another cool option Salesforce provides. And it's the time to move on and see more about certifications as we talk about it more. Salesforce certifications are industry recognized qualifications. So that prove to employers or the clients that we work with that a candidate excel in a particular field of a Salesforce. So certification. So if you're wondering about which certifications to go for, if you're new to IT and Salesforce, so we would recommend to go with a Salesforce administrator. It will be a good target to start your journey. But if you have a little programming background than from other technologies, if not more, even a little programming background is sufficient for this. You can go ahead and start learning towards gaining this Salesforce app builder thing. Salesforce developers use an object-oriented programming languages called Apex, which is almost similar to Java, C Sharp, or any other object-oriented programming languages. So this will be an ideal choice for those who aspire for a development career. Go ahead and sign up for Salesforce developer options. And it's not over yet. There are still a lot more certifications out there, like architect certifications and the consultant ones. So each of these have different levels of qualifications, and each of these will associate you to with some bigger roles as in when you advance in career. So the one that we have seen in the previous slide will be the starting point, and as and when you start progressing in your career, these will be the advanced certifications that you can aspire for, and it will promise you for greater career, like greater positions in future, like a to become a Salesforce consultant, and or to become a Salesforce architect, various specializations. So as you know, um, Salesforce offers services in various categories, like starting from marketing till to serving the customers. It has features to support various business process, which means it opens up career options for in all of these areas. So starting from marketing, if you are interested in marketing future, you can aspire for this marketing jobs, completing the marketing related certification. And for good at doing code, and if you have a great passion about doing code, then Salesforce developer will be the obvious choice for you. And like administrator and business analyst, like so Bavadarani has started her career as a business analyst in Salesforce. And if you also are looking for some kind of role, you can go ahead with Salesforce business analyst choice curve. So all these learning curve are made available the moment you sign up for Trailhead. So there are many different jobs available in the Salesforce ecosystem you can choose. By the time some of you would have started thinking any of these. See, when we try something new, there will always something that holds us from doing it. Like, I don't belong to IT. IT. Some of you may not belonging to IT, and some of you would have a career break, or you still have been wondering about, hey, this is totally new to me, whether I'll be able to crack through this and accomplish or not, or will there be enough opportunities for me? So just start identifying the ones that stops you from achieving what you want. And guys, when you try something new, all you need is determination and self-discipline. And as for a woman, you need to have an unshakable optimism towards achieving things. Have a discipline in your learning path gives you a long-term self-respect on exchange, and we are all the real proofs for it. But before I move on, I just have this one thing to say. So everyone has their own agenda in life, and I'm not sure in which situation every one of you are. You must know that at no point in your life is something impossible. At no point. You may be an aspiring student trying to choose a right career option now, or you may be a working professional on a different technology, or you may be someone who is trying to get back to work after a long break. I've even seen many professionals in my day-to-day life around me at office who came to work from similar situation. And you know what? Some of their transition are quite unbelievable. To be one among them, all you need is to look at the opportunities that is available on your hand and try to use the most of it. See, there is this. Okay, so hope you guys find this more and interesting and innovative. Don't always complain, never ever complain that you don't have an opportunity. Instead, create your own. And if you are a believer in luck, create your own luck with hard work. That is all I wanted to share. So I will hand this over to Harini Sundarajan. She will take you to much more interesting career option. And thank you guys. Harini, it is all yours now. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I would like to share my experience as a Salesforce QA and opportunities that are available as a Salesforce QA. So yeah, this is a short introduction about myself. So I am an engineering graduate from Sastra University. So and immediately after my graduation, I joined as MS analyst in a private bank. So and then I got an opportunity to work with MSC Solutions. So I joined as software engineer one in QA department, and gradually it has been since 4 years I have been with MST, and currently I'm working as a software engineer three in QA department. So yeah, so I would like to share my experience before and after knowing Salesforce. So immediately after graduation, as I said, I joined as a MIS analyst in a private bank. I was not much satisfied with my job, and I always wanted to pursue my career in IT sector, and especially in testing field. So I just chose to pursue a course with respect to software testing, and then I improved my knowledge in that domain. Unfortunately, I got an opportunity to attend an interview in MST, and uh, since it's been 4 years, I joined in MST family. So it really provides an amicable working environment. So you can learn about Salesforce CRM and other platforms related to it. I had both practical experience on working in Salesforce projects, and I had an opportunity to develop my professional skills and gain knowledge on testing methodologies and various testing aspects. So it has always been a pleasure to work as a Salesforce tester for me. So, Salesforce and QA as a career option. So, as Bavadarni said, like Salesforce is world's first cloud-based CRM, and the demand for Salesforce is really high, and it's surely going to be high in near future also. So, these are the growth aspects of a Salesforce tester. Like we need to have knowledge on Salesforce CRM. So if you want to pursue your career as a business analyst, then that is also possible. So from QA, from Salesforce QA, you can just shift your career to a business analyst. And for that, you must need to know the functionalities of Salesforce. And you can also pursue your career as an automation tester or performance tester. So if you're really good at management skills, then you can shift your career from a QA to a test lead or a project or testing manager. So I have also given you in case if you're interested in automation, then you can just go through about Selenium, and I have also given a reference link in order to download the Selenium tool, which has all the steps and installation guide in it. So these may be common questions that might arise for you as a QA. So yeah, if you are a fresher, whether if you ask like whether you can start your career as a QA in Salesforce, yeah, surely you can do that because I was also not from IT background previously. So as a fresher only I joined as a QA in Salesforce. So if you need to know the difference between Salesforce QA and normal QA is like both are similar. The only thing is, in normal QA, you will test the web-based applications. But as a Salesforce QA, you need to know about the Salesforce CRM and you will test about the Salesforce functionalities. So you must know the inbuilt features present in Salesforce. And if you are a QA and if you want to shift your platform towards Salesforce, right? You might be a database QA or any other QA. So if you want to switch your career, surely it is possible, right? So I even started as a fresher to a Salesforce. So I was not much confident and I was bewildered like whether I can pursue my career in Salesforce or not, if I can able to do it or not. But yeah, surely you can do that. So if you have that confidence and interest, surely you can learn about Salesforce and it will give you a bright future. So if you take a scope for automation in Salesforce, right? So in a way, we are gradually changing from manual to automation testing. So if you take scope for automation in Salesforce, yeah, you have abundant opportunity. Like most of the functionalities can be automated in Salesforce. You can also learn Salesforce automation. So even though you don't know coding, right? Is that if you think like, is that the right way to select your career as QA? Yeah, surely you can. I am also not from a computer science background. So even though you don't know coding, right? You can just, there are so many courses available online related to automation tools and other things. So based on by learning through those videos, you can just crack it out. So as an entry level, so you might want to know what are all the certifications to be completed. We can see those in the upcoming slides. So if you are already working as a QA in Salesforce, so if you need to know the next level, right? So as I told in previous slide, like if you are a entry level QA, you can also pursue your career as a business analyst or automation tester or performance tester, right? You have so many options. If you're good at management skills, you can just move through those options like test manager or lead or project manager. So these are all the other levels which you can progress. So these are all the generalized Salesforce QA responsibilities, right? So you need to know the basic knowledge and understanding of Salesforce. You should have a clear perspective, right, of customizable features and inbuilt Salesforce features. You must know what are all the inbuilt features in Salesforce and what are all the customizable features. So only if you know that, you will be able to do the functional testing. And for performing the compatibility test in Salesforce, you must know how Salesforce is integrated with the other third-party apps. So Salesforce might be integrated with other third-party apps like database or any other external applications. So you must have the knowledge about the external application as well as Salesforce in order to perform the compatibility testing. The main thing is you need to understand about the Salesforce application. So if you are assigning any Salesforce project, you must need to know what the actual application works like. And you must know how to test its functionalities. So even in Salesforce, if you are a QA in any other platform, even in Salesforce, we do the regular testing methodologies like functional testing, regression testing, UAT, integration, and smoke testing. So we do all these types of testings as we do in other QA platforms. you must always consider both positive and negative flows. You must make sure that you have covered both the positive and negative scenarios so that the requirements are met. And finally, test both the customization and inbuilt Salesforce features. You must be able to differentiate and identify what are all the inbuilt features in Salesforce and what are all the customizable features, so that it would make easy for you to test further. So Salesforce automation testing. So here I have given an high level outline about Salesforce automation testing. So if you want to automate Salesforce applications, then you can use Selenium. So Selenium is one of the best open source tools for automating Salesforce. So if you need to automate regression test suite, then you can automate, right? So for example, if you're working in any agile projects, in every 2 sprints, you might need to do the regression testing. So in that case, in order to reduce the manual work, you can automate your regression test suite. It also supports various scripts languages, like scripts can be written in various languages like Java, C Sharp, Python, and etc. And the main thing is you need to update your script based on frequent changes, right? So if it is an agile project, the requirement will be changing continuously. So you must make sure that you have updated your automation script. So before going for automation approach, you need to analyze the application. What functionalities can be automated and what functionalities cannot be automated. So that's very important for a tester to analyze the functionalities and then move forward to automate the functionalities. So you can build your own framework. So based on your architecture design of the projects, you can build your own frameworks. And I would say like test engine framework is more reliable. So as I said previously, for automating regression suite, you can also automate your smoke test suite. So in order to check the major functionalities, you can automate your smoke test suite. If you need to do performance testing of your Salesforce application, then you can use JMeter tool. So these are the high-level points about Salesforce automation testing. So these are all the certifications that I have completed. So you can say like these are all the basic certifications needed. So the main thing is you need to complete your Salesforce Platform App Builder certification. So this is very important because in order to know about Salesforce CRM and its functionalities, you need to complete this certification. And other internationally available testing certifications or ISTQB Foundation certification. And next level is ISTQB Certified Agile Tester. So I have given you the reference link for ISTQB certification. So if you refer this website, you can see all the details that are related to international testing certification. So that would be useful for you. And Scrum Fundamental certification, yeah. So if you are working in any agile projects, this would be more useful. And there are also many agile related certifications available, which you can do when you gain more experience. So ISTQB certifications can be done based on your years of experience. Yeah, so Bhavadharini will be explaining about first certifications. So I will hand over the session to Bhavadharini.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harini, for giving your excellent speech and sharing your story. So I hope this session is very interesting. But finally, we will be having one question, right? What certification you have to do first? So we have said that doing certification will be really helpful for your career. But what certification shall I do? Many of them heard about admin exam, but shall I do PAB exam instead of doing that? You can do, because platform app builder is a basic certifications if you want to start your career in Salesforce. After that, you can mold yourself to either QA department or developer department. So if you are moving to QA, you can do that kind of ISTQB certifications. But if you're going to be a developer, once completing this platform app builder, you can do PD1 like that. Admin certification is totally who wants to be admin, like you can do admin and advanced admin, that kind of things. So platform app builder is the basic certifications. So preparation itself, you can find in the Trailhead itself. There is a lot of trial mix available for platform app builder. You can learn it and you can do it. And duration is up to you. If you are a quick learner, you can practically implement all the concepts and it can be done within 1 month. So the 1 month is enough for you. And what may be the next step? So once you have completed this certifications, it is easy for you to get the job. And certification cost will be $200 USD, and it will have some additional taxes. You can get $100 coupon also, which is available in the Salesforce. So there is a lot of options to get it. And does it includes coding? Because many of them are fear to get the certifications to learn platform app builder. So there is no coding part in the platform app builder. Simply anyone can start learning it, and you can do a certifications because many of them will do the certifications from non-IT sector only. So please keep in mind that you can do a platform app builder certifications to start your career. So this part will be explained by Kirtika.
So, guys, we hope you find this more interesting and informative. And what's next? It's with you guys now. Choose your career path, sign up for Trailhead, and kickstart your learning. So, I wish you all the very best on behalf of MST Solutions. And so, now we are open for questions.